if you are a reader that hasn't been loving any recent books, or if you want to get back into reading and you just don't know what to pick up, you came to that place. So today we're going to be talking about a bunch of books that I think are really good if you want to get back into reading, or if you need a fast-paced book to get you maybe out of a reading slump. So yeah, first we're going to be talking about just Jennifer Lynn Barnes in general, okay? Her series are so addicting, so fast-paced, so thrilling. This is the first one we'll talk about today, but it is about Avery Grams, our main character. She is inherited billions of dollars from this man she has never met, but the only condition is that she has to stay in this Hawthorne house for a year with 4 grandsons, and it's very, very interesting. So many riveting plots and just so many riddles and secret passageways, and I just love this book so much. And then we also have The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Again, these characters that she makes are just so interesting and so fun. But basically this one is about 17-year-old Cassie. She has this power that she can use, and she is being recruited for a kind of an undercover teen program. I don't know what else to call it, but basically they're called The Naturals, and she has a group of people with her, all teenagers like she is, that have special powers. Like, one can read minds, one can read emotions, she can like think through the criminal's mind. And so basically she and her friends are going on this kind of adventure of finding out all these like it's basically, this book is about just criminal minds in a book. I don't know if I have to say much more, honestly, but go read this book if you want a fast-paced thriller, mystery, as well as just these books. These books are so addicting, these trilogy series. Please go read the series, or anything Jennifer Lynn Barnes has wrote, honestly. Next we have Natasha Princeton books. Her books are so fast-paced, so just fast to read, which I think is really helpful when you're trying to get back into reading or you're in a reading slump. The two that I recommend really well is The Island by her, as well as The Twin. So The Island is about these influencers. They go to a theme park that hasn't been open yet, and they have to kind of just stay at the resort, give the resort kind of a review before anyone else gets there and has fun at the resort. But things start happening and some thrilling stuff happens. This one's a little dark, so if you're not used to like reading very dark things, it's really not that dark, honestly. It's just kind of descriptive, but these characters are really, really good. I did not guess anything at this end. I did not guess that some characters were gonna do that, some characters were gonna do that. How the story played out, I did not guess it at all. But very riveting story. And then this one is The Twin. Basically it's about Ivy and Iris. They are twins, obviously, but their mom and their dad are divorced, so they live separately. And one day their mom dies, and so her sister has to move in with Ivy. So she's not very thrilled about this because her sister and her have never been that close. They have like opposite personalities. They basically have to go to the same school now. She has to try to make friends, and it's very interesting in how everything plays out. The ending I didn't love with this one, but I think it was very riveting, very short chapters, anything really by Natasha Princeton is always gonna be short chapters and very fast paced, I feel like. I cannot wait to read The Fear as well as the other books that she's written. I know there's quite a lot, but I think these are the two newest ones, but don't quote me on that. But I think if you want to get back into reading, definitely try some of her books because they're so thrilling and literally the best like mystery thrillers I've read, like for what they are, because I didn't love the endings of these books. That's probably the only reason that they're not like 5 stars. They're more of around 3 stars for me, just because I do really love the plot and I do really love the characters. Just the endings really throw me off, but I definitely recommend her books. I think a lot of people will love them, so definitely recommend those. Next, we have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This book is the most fast-paced thriller that I've probably ever read. This book follows Pip. Basically, she does a school project on a girl that went missing and murdered, perhaps, Andy Bell, but always assumed that her boyfriend Sal had murdered her. But Pip doesn't believe that story. She's always but basically she is trying to solve this cold case. What happens in this book is so thrilling, so interesting. Honestly, this is a trilogy, by the way, and I gave all 3 books 5 stars. They're all so good. But yeah. So this is the wrap of this book video. I know these are literally all thrillers, but I feel like thrillers are the great place to start if you want to get back into reading or if you are in a reading slump, because they're so fast-paced and they're so interesting and riveting, and I think it really helps. So if you have never read any of these books before, I highly recommend them all. And yeah, I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, like and subscribe. Bye guys.